Hi, it's your boy, Heli. I don't think I'll ever have a proper intro, you know. I just start waffling right away. Anyway, hi, welcome back. I like your face. Thanks for being here. Listen, let's cut to the chase. We all know of this fusion rifle by now. The craftable fusion rifle fittingly named Likely Suspect. And for good reason. If you're vooped in Crucible or hear someone using a fusion in PvE, it's most likely this thing. But why? I mean, it's craftable, so you can have whatever perks you want on it. Sure, but why is this the fusion rifle that fits every bill? The fusion rifle that performs wonderfully and consistently, no matter the activity, whether that's a sweat-infested Iron Banner, Trials of Osiris, or even the worst of the body odor kingdom, Quick Play. A fusion rifle so good that it defies explanation. So next level that when you equip it and queue into a Crucible match, you die in front of your entire team. To Nightfall Strikes, Psyops Battlegrounds, Heroic Story Missions, or even raids. Anything with mages and ultras, basically. They'll melt in no time with this thing. And before we dive into this mess, I have to look at this shader every day, so now you do too. Look at this woeful Gambit Memento shader I have on my Likely Suspect. Who approved of such a ghastly looking... Okay, it's not that bad, but still, what do you guys think? Yay or nay? Definitely better than the Vanguard Memento at the very least. Now guys, listen, I feel like describing weapon performance in PvE is so boring these days. Do you know what I mean? How can I make this fusion rifle exciting? It's void, so it replaces your Null Composure Pinnacle weapon a few seasons back. I'm sure some people would argue that you can't get something like high impact reserves on this one, but I would argue back saying shut up. For one, it has Adagio for a 27% damage buff for a decent length of time, and it's a rapid fire frame anyway, so you'll hardly notice the charge time change. Or perhaps Golden Tricorn if you absolutely need that lightning fast charge time while still vooping the face off of everything living. Flat 15% damage buff for Golden Tricorn, and if you can be bothered to think about proccing the perk and proccing the proper buff by getting a melee kill or a grenade kill, that 15% becomes 50%. Plus, we've not even gone into the fact that this thing is void, so best believe you should be slapping volatile rounds on your armor pieces to abuse the extra damage plus a steroid version of chain reaction. It's crazy, it's mental, it's powerful. So all of that together makes it extremely viable in your dungeons, raids, strikes. Of course not too useful in a champion related scenario, but it still peppers any sort of major or ultra enemy. Now listen guys, here's a little insight into a Destiny YouTuber's perspective. Every single thing I say has some sort of caveat to it. So if I've missed an important detail or extremely obvious detail in describing this weapon's perks or performance, you're very likely correct in your assumption that I do not know everything. Every time I feel like I have at least a semi-decent grasp on what to run when using a certain weapon or a loadout, there is always something I say that is either incorrect or can just be expanded on. So please be sure to check the comment section, because I absolutely encourage anyone that feels there's more to say about a certain subject or a perk that's changed, Charge of Light mods, or maybe certain exotic weapons to run with this fusion. Let me know. I am always wanting to know more, and by no means am I pretending that I know what I'm on about. I run around with this fusion rifle and it voops bad guys pretty good. That may as well be my PvE summary in one sentence. But for real, if for any reason you haven't been using this fusion rifle yet, give it a go. A solid yes out of 10 for a PvE perspective. Then again, literally anything that overkills a Dreg makes my yes out of 10 list. Now, the real shine of this weapon, in my eyes, lies within the dreaded realm of Crucible. I remember a time when fusion rifles weren't so infuriating to go against and we were merely an occasional nuisance. And just look at the state of the place now. Main ingredients, the Gardener Salvation fusion, what we got, the Plug 1, Glacioclasm? Is it Chasm or Clasm? I don't know. There's many options. Oh yes, of course, you can't forget about the Coriolis Force. You know, the Europa Fusion Rifle. The thing that makes its burst shoot sideways? Oh, what a banger. Okay, seriously, this thing is awful. If anyone watching right now gets 20 kills in one match with this thing, I'll give you a shout out on my next video. Follow me on Twitter and show me proof, or post a gameplay on YouTube. Something. Trust me, it's crap. And speaking of crap, I've seen that recently the perk Firmly Planted is being nerfed, and that has turned quite a few people off of fusion rifles entirely. A complete 180 in some people's eyes of fusions now feeling utterly useless, and my goodness, what a load of rubbish that statement is. First of all, the roles I run in PvP with the Likely Suspect doesn't even use Firmly Planted, so ha! Can't patch my boy, bungo. Firmly Planted is still fine. It still wreaks havoc in lobbies, so don't feel like it's useless now. It's just a little less consistent. You'll still mop up kills and be very effective at making you receive messages of broken English rage from your Guardian comrades, especially from the cracked 3 to 4 KD players that leave a Steam comment and then delete it a few minutes after, probably realizing that we are all chasing the same dopamine fix at the end of the day. Anyway, my wonderfully busted roll has been Slideways paired with successful warm-up for even more stupendously fast charge time after a kill, and yes, it is indeed an enhanced perk. I don't mind the extra 1 to 2 seconds of the buff going. You know, I'll take that any day. Although I do agree some of the enhanced perks are, crap. But hey, I'll take an extra couple of seconds. With the fire rate that the likely suspect reaches, that covers me if I'm ever in a situation that I could potentially get a 7th column in, just surrounded by enemies. Realistically, I'm never getting one though. I can't even get one in a Scorched or Mayhem, just bah! So my go-to loadout with this thing is so basic, but it works great. One-Eyed Mask Exotic Helmet because, of course, and also we're using Thunder Crash as the Arc subclass tree. It's disgusting, I know. But the main thing to do here is to abuse sliding, especially when Inertia Override is involved. For even more damage, plus instant reload for any ammo you slide over during your vooping rampage. And I'm fully aware Inertia Override is another thing that recently was nerfed, but again, it's the same with Firmly Planted. Doesn't remotely mean it's useless now. It still works tremendously well, whether that's a clutch situation in Trials or if you feel like just being a pest in Iron Banner or Quick Play. Super effective and honestly very simple. There's no complicated loadout here, only vooping. Now if you are used to the main ingredient, then definitely prepare for a world of messing up your charge time bursts. Definitely takes a little bit of time to get used to, but trust me, it's worth your time getting used to it. I mean, surely you guys have been melted by this thing in a lobby or two throughout the season. You get it, and I'm sure you're tired of it. Well, be that person. Fight fire with fire, and don't give in to the fusion abusers, or you'll end up being that one person rage messaging that fusion rifle Larry in your lobby. The decision is yours. Choose wisely. Thank you guys so much for watching. Craft yourself this fusion rifle and let me know how you get on with it. Let me know in the comments, PvE, PvP, I want to know what you guys are running with this thing. Or maybe the likely suspect just isn't your thing. Get commenting. Love talking to you guys down there. Until next time though guys, as always, I'll see you around. Take care.